Game on, everybody, and welcome to a new video. In this video, we're not actually going to be talking about the market. That's for a later video this week, so be subscribed if you want to catch up on that. But I wanted to go ahead and showcase to you guys this new little temporary button. I'll move it down here, maybe on the side, is try out our new deck builder. So I was working really hard on this, and I just didn't quite like a lot of the deck builders. They weren't like to my needs, and I took some feedback, heard what the community was maybe hoping for and looking for, and just kind of what I like to do. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So first and foremost, if you click on this link, it'll redirect you to my deck builder side of the page. And spoilers, this is for the first deck that we're going to discuss, and we're going to be showcasing the meta decks from lowest value to most expensive value. But I also want to give a quick little demo of how to use this website. So over here on the left hand side, you can search for cards that if you're trying to build a specific deck, you can go ahead and type it up, and I'll give Zaku as an example. And you can see it pulled up every single card that has the word Zaku, also Zaku within the effect. And that's kind of just like useful for helping you build decks. And I plan on improving this as more cards get introduced to kind of help figure out where we're trying to build decks effectively with certain keywords or a specific type of need. So if you have any suggestions to improve the search filters, let me know. And over here on the right hand side, we have the the main deck builder portion. So how do you add cards into here? So if you wanted to add a card, let's see if I wanted to add this Zaku Sniper into here, you just click it. You left click it and it'll add it to the deck. You can see that it's right over here, and if you wanted to remove it, you can go ahead and right click it. Alternatively too, if you hover over on the right hand side, you could click plus or minus, and when a card reaches 0, it gets removed from the view. If a card has an alt art, for example like this gun cannon, you can click on this little picture icon and you can select your artwork to be displayed, and that's for later because we have the ability to take screenshots, and if you ever just want to change it back, you can go ahead and click it and select it again from there. And if you wanted to remove the prices from the view, you can click the hide price. It's pretty self-explanatory. Hide the quantity. I don't know why you would really want to do that, but that's how you can do that. And then clear deck is how you would be able to delete the contents of here. Export, so you can go ahead and bring up this copy paste list. You can click copy clipboard, and then you can export it to any kind of like service or software or website that maybe can read a deck list. And I did a pretty typical standard export list. And then you can also import if you wanted to go ahead and use my deck builder instead for whatever it is, and it follows the quantity, set number, and then the card name, and it'll usually use these two key indicators, and then this is as a backup if it can't quite figure it out. And then what we have here is a buy on TCG Player. I'll showcase that more later, but again, if you guys are ever interested in purchasing any of these cards that I'm discussing today, please consider using my TCG Player affiliate link, or clicking a link on my website. It'll redirect you to TCG Player, but I'll showcase that later. But one thing, I need to go ahead and hide my screen for a little, or my camera. We have this screenshot button. So after you build your deck and you want to go ahead and click on this screenshot, it'll ask you to name your deck, put your name, and if you want to show card prices in the photo or not, you can click create screenshot, and it gives you this really nice social media shareable preview. And I just think it's really nice. It's really clean. You can click download screenshot, or you can take screenshot however you want. And then clicking out of it, it gives you the full breakdown with the level distribution, the average level of the units, and the cards, I guess, and the average cost per card, and the type distribution. I plan on adding a little more charts that are useful. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. And then we have the upgrade all and the downgrade all. I'll go ahead and showcase what that does. You click on this button and ask if you want to upgrade all the variants, and what it'll do is it'll change everything to like max high rarity value, and clicking downgrade all will bring it to the lowest value card too. So that's really useful if you're building a deck and then you want to export it into TCG Player. So you click on this little link here, it'll give you, hey, copy this list into TCG Player. It'll redirect you to TCG Player itself. You just got to make sure you're on the right card game, and you click paste, and then you click add to cart, and just like that, it added every single card in that deck. So you can see all 50 cards are here, and it gave me the cart subtotal, and then you can go ahead and use like the optimized feature and stuff like that. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the decks in this game from least expensive to most expensive. So again, thank you for that time. I just wanted to kind of showcase to you guys the website. I worked really hard on it, and I hope you guys can get some use out of it too. Let me know how I can improve. But yeah, so year One War Aggro. I like this deck because it feels like it's definitely what an aggro strategy aims to do, and this is just my version of it. So I'll go ahead and just click on the screenshot so we can go ahead and talk about it like this. and you can see that the market price is about at 186, so this would be the cheapest meta deck, and that's really not too bad. But you can see there's some really good core cards here. A play set of Char will get you about $1.12. That's what the number is here. So it'll yeah, this is just kind of what the deck looks like, and this is kind of my take on it. And if you guys have any other suggestions, leave in the comments down below what decks I should talk about and bring up, and just share with others. I would greatly appreciate that. So this is the cheapest deck. What is the next deck? Well, what we have here is actually blue-white unicorn blocker control. We have that at about a 247.89, and we can go ahead and see what the max rarity version of this. Imagine $10,000 for a max rarity, almost $11,000. But let's go back to downgrade and back to the screenshot. And this is what we're looking at. I like to play a lot of little blockers. I feel like this is pretty pretty standard, right? This is kind of straightforward as to what this deck is, and the only difference that I like to do is actually play Unforeseen Incident as a 2-of, just because it's like a really spicy tech that I think can help you win those mirror matches, especially if like you're in that mirror and Unicorn Gundam is swinging and they're, you know, resting your blockers or maybe trying to make a very good favorable trade. It really can mess them up, so that's why I kind of like to do this. But yeah, so that would be second place. Or second to last place. What is in third place that I have in my list of 5? We have a blue, red, pink mid-range. So this is kind of what my standard build looks like. You can see that the deck is more towards the middle cost rather than the early aggro ones. I kind of justified playing Jim for this one. I can't wait to honestly just replace this card, like at least with something that's pairable. But we have you know, this is pretty standard stuff. If you guys want a more in-depth deck profile on some of these decks, I'd be happy to do so. But what I actually am cooking up is, I don't know if you guys are a fan of Tall Geese, but I have something in the works building for that. So if you guys really want to see that video, you guys blew out my like goal from last time. I only requested 50, and I think my video is now at like 150, which I'm just ever so greatly thankful. So thank you so very much for that. Appreciate you. But so if we want the new Tall Geese video, let's just shoot again for 50. It worked out last time, and I really want to do it. Reaching that like goal just really helps me push it out sooner. But yeah, anyways, so this is the blue, red, pink mid-range. This is kind of my take on it. You can see we have the good old Kshatria, Marita Cruz, and pretty standard from what it is, right? So there's so many other people. This isn't really a deck profile. It's mostly for me to just discuss what the card prices are and what would be the most maximum price for this. $5,000. All right, hey, that's pretty good in comparison to the blue-white control. And then so second place we have green-white wing ramp is what I like to call it. So we have, again, blockers, but not that many, and we have the core ramp package. I opt to play 3 Death Sights and 3 of the Wing Gundam Zeros, and I really like just playing some Freedom Gundam. I really think it can help with some matchups. It's kind of dead, though, to Death Scythe, and there's been a little bit of an argument to like really just maximize Death Scythe on this point, just because that way it plays around Kira and Freedom. But this is kind of my take. I really love the 4 copies of Wing Gundam, so maybe these are the 2 interchangeable ones here. But I would love to know what you guys have been cooking up. I know a lot of people don't really like First Contact. There's a math reason as to why I play 7 ramp cards. Just because, like, if I play a lot of good blockers and bases, I can really get there. I bounce between 5 and 6 bases, and this is still more of a control deck. But I'm trying to see if I can get away with just 5. I think 6 is pretty good though, but absolute most max you can do. And then just for fun, let's see if we upgrade it. What is the price market value for this deck? $13,000. That's pretty nuts, but of course it does have that Wing Gundam that's kind of carrying it, right? And then also the screenshot button, just to showcase to you guys too. It does use the alt arts as well. So anyways, back to downgrade on that just first. Yeah. And then the most expensive deck in this meta is actually green red Zeon. And I know somebody might be like, yo, this is not meta. It's just got a lot of high collectible cards, which is very interesting. So it's just the Char and the Kshatria that kind of like carries the weight, the Marita Cruz. And the reason why this is in this video as well, because this deck actually sees a ton of play in Japan. the official social medias in Japan basically posted like what are the most popular decks, and this was up there. So I just kind of wanted to showcase this, and maybe you guys weren't aware of it, so also surprised, right? So here's what the deck profile looks like. Let's max rarity upgrade it while we're here. $4,500. Crazy. But yeah, full view of it. This is what the green Red Zeon deck looks like at a glance. But if you guys are interested in seeing some gameplay video, please let me know. I'm in the works. I've been also working on a new app for integrating with OBS and kind of like showcasing cards. Maybe we can do some live commentary, or join some discords and commentate over some people's gameplay. But I have a lot of ideas. You guys have been really enjoying the Gundam content. I've been enjoying the game and making content for it. So let me know what you guys think about the deck builder. Please use it and share. And if you do, I would love to just know. And I make apps for myself and want to share with the world because I think they're useful. And if other people also get use out of it too, that's great. And then also at the top, we have the back to market watch. So if you click this button, it'll bring you right back to the market watch page where we can go ahead and talk about, you know, or see all the card values. And I've improved the website as well too. I tried making it update much more frequently and try to catch buyouts as quickly as I can. It'll update whenever it catches it, to be honest. So it just has to batch a few cards and then pushes it up. But anyways, that is that. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Something very different. I don't really expect this video to do too well. If we do reach 50 likes, I will go ahead and showcase my Tall Geese deck. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here.